Today we are going to see in the English class the continuation of previous week's portion. Do you remember what we studied last week? Yes, about sports, because this unit is dealt with sports. The topic of the lesson, do you remember? The strength in his weakness. In this prose, we are introduced to a person called Achilles. He was an active and energetic boy. He loves sports as well as studies. He has a passion for judo. But unfortunately, he had an accident and he lost his left hand. So he was very upset and was sitting in the corner of the house. In order to make him happy, his father one day brought an advertisement about the judo school. He wanted to put his son in the judo school. The master, he trained him only one stroke. He used to think, why this master is teaching only one stroke? How can I win the competitors? But he didn't say anything. He learnt the thing. He practiced the stroke. Everyone mocked at him because with one hand, how could a person win a game? But the master, he selected Achilles for the national judo competition. Now let's see what happened in the national competition. The finals, Achilles' heart was beating fast. You all know, isn't it? Whenever we get a result or whenever we go for an exam, we can feel the heart lapped up. It goes on like heavily, isn't it? Like that, his heart was beating fast, and he could not believe that he was in the finals. He couldn't believe his own eyes. The final match began, and it had a total of 6 rounds. The opponent was very strong and defeated Achilles easily in the first 2 rounds. His opponent, who is an opponent? One who is competing with us, that is called opponent. He was very strong and he defeated in the first 2 rounds. The referee blew his whistle then. I think you all know who a referee is, isn't it? Usually in football, we might have seen the referee. He was blowing the whistle and running here and there. No, like that. This referee blew his whistle then. Achilles' master rushed to him and said, "Believe yourself. The key to success is to focus on your strengths and not your weakness." So his master came and told him, you should believe in yourself. The key to success is not in your weakness but on your strength. What is his strength? He was well versed in the single stroke. So he wanted him to produce that stroke. Achilles felt some new energy rushing through him. On hearing the master's word, he was filled with energy. He did not want to lose his match. So he decided in him that he should not lose his match. Achilles understood the hidden hint his master gave him. He understood very well what his master wanted to tell him. He had to focus on his single stroke and not on the strength of the opponent. We should not, whenever we go for a running race or any competition, we should not look for the opponent. We have the full confidence on us only. So he decided in his mind that he should focus on his strength. Bam, bam, bam. 4 strokes and 4 knockouts. Achilles had won the finals. He was the champion. With a single hand, with a single stroke, he defeated the opponent and he became the champion. Achilles thanked his master for training him and for believing in him. Whoever gives training, they should believe in us, isn't it? He will give us the victory. That belief the master should have. Soon Achilles' curiosity took over and he asked, "How did I win this competition with a single stroke?" He had a doubt in his mind. How could I win them? Because the opponent has two hands. He was rescuing him. He was defeating him. And then how could I, with a single stroke, win the match? His master told him, "My dear, you learnt the most difficult stroke in judo that very few can master." Then only the master told him that, "I have taught you the best stroke, which never nobody learnt. I have taught you the stroke in judo, very difficult stroke in judo. Never, many of them, they didn't master in that. If your opponent wants to beat you, they should hold your left hand." Have you ever seen the karate or judo competition, children? I think you might have seen in the TVs, watched in the TVs. So the opponent has to hold the left hand of the opponent. Then only he can hit him. What happened to Agilan's left hand? He has no left hand, isn't it? So the opponent cannot hold the left hand. So it is very easy for Agilan to hit the opponent. This is the secret behind your victory. So the master told, this is the victory of your success. We too have many difficulties and obstacles in our lives. We should not focus on those difficulties, but we should see the thing abroad. What is given, what God has set for us, we should think far behind that one. Then only we can win in our life. Thank you. Okay, you go through the lesson. Right, it is a very simple lesson. Then, shall we go to the glossary? We have already studied the glossaries in the previous part. Passion, strong emotion, inspiration, mentally stimulated to do something creative. Wondered, to think with a feeling of surprise. Excel, exceptionally good. Ridiculed, mocked or teased. Now, choose the correct option. We are going to the activity. Choose the correct option. They have given 3 options. You read the sentence. What should come in the blank? You should go through the lesson and write the answers. Then B, name the character or speaker. Believe yourself. Whose words are these? Who said believe yourself? Yes, the master. Learn well, live well. Who told these words? Yes, Agilan's father. How did I win the competition with a single stroke? Whose words are these? Agilan. My dear, you learnt the most difficult stroke in judo. These are the words of master. Now answer the following questions. Some of the questions we have already done. Who was Agilan's inspiration? Yes, his physical education teacher was his inspiration. How did he lose his hand? He met with an accident and he lost the hand. What was his master's advice? You have to look at the weakness, not the strength of the opponent, but your weakness. Why did everyone ridicule the boy? Why did everyone ridicule the boy? Because they all mocked at him. Because with one hand, how could a boy win the national championship? How did he win the match? Yes, with a single stroke, he defeated the opponent. Right. Now, turn to the next page. We are going to see some words. Have you heard of synonyms? Synonyms, meanings, everything same. Look at the picture. It's a big tree. No, it is a huge tree. You both are correct. Aren't they? Big, huge. What's the difference? There is no difference. Both are correct. As the father said, the words big and huge have similar meanings. Similar means same meanings. There are many words that have the same meaning. Let us see some of the examples. Look at the first picture. Angry, furious. Happy, joy. Cut, chop. Slim, thin. Angry, furious. Happy, joy. Cut, chop. slim, thin. Read the sentences and write the word with the same meaning for the underlined words. They have given some words in the boxes. You have to choose the correct word for the underlined word. I ate the big apple. What is the other word? What is the meaning for big? Have we found out? Large. This is a little dog. This is a little dog. I'm sorry, I ate the big apple, I ate the small apple. This is a little dog. Little, large. I threw a rock in the lake. Rock means big thing. But I threw a stone in the lake. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. What is the meaning for that? I'm so glad. Circle the differences between the following pictures. They have given two pictures. Look at the picture. Is there any difference? Yes. We can see the pond full of water and we can see some of the ducks are there. Look at the next picture. It is dry. Look at the sun. In the first picture, the sun is very, very happy. In the second picture, it is very sad. Here we see a big tree, but in the next picture, a small tree. So, in picture 1, the sun is happy. In picture 2, the sun is sad. In picture 1, the tree is tall. In picture 2, the tree is short. The pond is full of water. The pond is empty. The words that denote differences in the above pictures give the opposite meaning. Now, first of all, we saw the meanings. Now we have come to the opposites of the word. Happy is the opposite of sad. Tall is the opposite of short. Full is the opposite of empty. Happy, sad, tall, short, full, empty. Now fill in the blanks with correct opposites. Is this bottle empty? Look at the picture. No, it is. No, it is. What will come here? Choose and write here. Is this a small tree? No, it is dash. Is he standing on top? No, he is at the dash. Is this a dark room? No, it is dash. Right. Children, in the previous unit 1, we have studied a poem, isn't it? Mother Nature. That is a memory. I have already told you to memorize the poem learn by heart, Channanan. But nobody wrote the poem. You didn't write the home test. So during the Christmas holidays, you learn the poem thoroughly and write the home test and send it to me. Right? Do these exercises and send it to my WhatsApp number. Thank you, children.